Hey everybody, thanks for joining for Pilates workout today. If you have a mini resistance band, you can grab it. If you don't, no problem. It is completely optional, but we will be using it for some of the glutes and leg workout portion of the Pilates. Today we're going to be doing Pilates intervals. So we're going to be doing active Pilates for 50 seconds with a 10-second rest. So we're going to give that a try today and see what we think. So I hope you enjoy it. And with further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So let me get my timer going for us. Yeah. Awesome. All right. So our first 50 seconds is going to begin. So let's go ahead and get started with a pelvic tilt. So onto your mat, lying down on your back. So this is just our imprinting. So getting ready for the Pilates to come. Okay. So you're just going to tilt that pelvis. So squeezing through your abs, squeezing through your glutes, and then let the pelvis again tilt back down onto your mat. So just a slight tilt and a lower. Good. Tilt and lower down. We're going to start out our first portion of the Pilates workout with core. Okay? Awesome. So let's keep imprinting, tilting through that pelvis, getting ourselves ready for that core workout. Awesome. Very good. Okay, so now we have that rest, but we're going to go on to, I will show you our next move, which is our core move. So it's just a single leg coming in towards the chest in that tabletop position. Okay, so here we go. So bring it in and don't let it come too far close to you. So just bring it in because you want to really focus on that core. Keep that lower back push down into the mat as we lift and lower down. So you are staying in complete control. Nice, good. One leg up and the other leg up. One leg up and the other. Good. All right, here's our 10-second rest. So now we're going to stay with that tabletop, but we're going to do what's called chasing legs. So now your right leg will come up, then your left, then your right leg will go down, and your left leg will go down. And then your left leg comes up. Right leg, lower, lower. Good. Right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, and left, right, and left, left, and right, left, and right. Good. Again, we're staying in complete control of the movement, keeping that lower back pushed down into the mat, focusing on that core engagement. Excellent. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and bring those legs in that tabletop position to start, and then alternating, we're going to tap the toes down to the floor. So tap down, lift up, tap down, and lift. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. Very good. As you lift those legs to come back together, bring them all the way together. Tap and lift. tap, and lift, tap, lift up, tap, together, tap. Hopefully you're getting that core warmed up here. Good. Lift, tap, and lift. Very good. Lower the legs down. You're coming into a side lying position, actually a stomach position. We're going to go into Superman, single, single, and both together. So right leg and left leg lift up, left arm and right leg lift up, and then all lift up. Okay, so it's single opposites, and everything together. Single opposites, and everything together. Good. Lift and lift and all together. Lift and lift and all together. Lift, lift, and all together. Good. Lift and lift and all together. Good. Okay, into our side lying position. So we're propped up on that elbow. Okay. This arm's going to come behind you, and our top leg and elbow come together. So pull and relax. Good. Now think about using those obliques, so the sides of your abdominals. Good. Let the neck just come along for the ride, so we're not leading with the neck, keeping the neutral spine. Good. Pull and out. Good. And as we release, we're extending that top leg all the way out. Good. Excellent. Good. And then we're just going to swing around to the other side and do that same exercise. So when you're propped up on your elbow, other arm comes behind, top leg comes in, and the elbow comes towards the knee. So again, our focus is those obliques, the sides of your abdominals. Crunching that together. Good. Pull and open. Good. Extend. Really think of those muscles getting nice and long as you extend that leg all the way out. 10 more seconds here. Good. Very nice. Good. We have just a few more in our core part. So we're going to a kneeling plank and then alternate to a side plank. Okay, so you're going to be here in this kneeling plank position. We're going to turn with the arm extended to a side plank, back down to that kneeling plank, and then open up to the other side and down. Okay, lift and back, lift. And again, we're using control here as we come to the side, and then we slowly control it back down to that kneeling plank. We pause at each position just for a moment. Good. And hold in that kneeling plank for the last couple seconds here. Good. And then walk those knees in so we come into an all fours position. Excellent. We're going to come into bird dogs. We're reaching again opposites, okay, using that spinal balance. So reach, lower down, and switch sides. Lower down. Again, extend. Pilates is all about extension. Reaching both the arm and the leg. Engaging that core. keeping that head looking down at your mat. Keep that cervical spine neutral. Very nice. All right, staying in that kneeling position. Walk your knees a little further away from you. We're going to do a push-up to a child's pose. Okay, so engage that core. Here we go. We lower down to a push-up. We sink back to a child's pose. We do our push-up, and we shift the hips back to a child's pose. Good. Lower, and sink back. Push up to child's pose. Push up, keep those elbows tucked in tight. Excellent. Let's do that one more time. Good. And then we have our last core exercise. So we're back into that all fours position. Tuck your toes under now. We're going to lift the knees up to hover just a moment and then lower back down. So knees come up, we hover, and we lower. We hover and lower. Good. Again, we're looking down at the mat, keeping that cervical spine neutral. We lift and lower. Good. Lift and lower. Lift, lower down, lift up, lower. Good. A couple more. Good, and one more time, we lift and down. All right, fantastic. Okay, so for this next minute, we're gonna grab a drink, and then again, if you have a band, you're gonna go ahead and grab your band. Again, if you don't have a band, no problem. You can do the same exercises with or without. So if you have the band, you're gonna take it and bring it up over the knees. Okay, so above the knees. Okay, awesome. And then we're going to do some exercises for now the glutes, the hamstrings, and then we'll be doing those either in a side lying position or in an all fours position. Okay, and then we'll do a few bridges in there as well. So go ahead and start out on one side in a side lying position. Okay, we're going to start out with clamshell. So your knees are in line with your hips, and then your feet are dropped out, okay? So nice and tall here. So we don't let ourselves sink down into that shoulder, but lift up. Then we open and we close. Open and close, okay? So when our timer gets going, that's our exercise. Here we go. Good. Lift and down. Now again, you have the band on to add a little bit extra resistance. If you don't have the band, you're doing the same motion. You're just really focusing on that open and close. And if you need more, you can lift the feet up and off of the mat to add a little bit more challenge to the exercise. Good. Lift and down. So keep those feet together. Feel that exercise through the hips into your glutes. Just a few more here. Remember, you're nice and tall. Don't let yourself sag down into that shoulder. Excellent. Good. All right. Keeping that band in that same place if you have it. Now, bring your legs apart from each other. Your ankles in line with your knee. And we're just going to lift and down. Lift and back to our starting position. So when I say down, it's not coming all the way down onto the bottom leg, but back to that starting position where our band, if we have it, is still a little tight. Okay. Good. Open and down. Lift, down. Lift, down. Good. So both knees are bent. We're still nice and tall. Good. Feeling those glutes. Nice. keep that ankle in line with the knee as you lift it up. Good. Let's get one more in there and lower. Good. Now that top leg is going to become straight along with the bottom. Again, we have a little tightness through the band if you have the band on. And now both your legs are extended and we lift and lower. Okay? So we lift, and again, we come back to that starting point where the band is still a little bit tight. Okay? If you don't have the band, you just stop before your legs come together. Excellent. Good. Lift, down. Lift, down. Nice and tall still. Good. Keep it going. We have one more exercise on this same side. And then we'll take a break from this leg. Good. Lift, down. Doing great. Lift. We got 5 more seconds. Good. Okay, let it lower down a little bit. Both legs are going to stay straight. So you're going to start out with that same position. And now the leg's going to go back behind and back in line vertically with your leg over the top of the bottom leg. Okay? So when you're squeezing back behind, it's not bringing your upper body forward. You're keeping your upper body still and just squeezing back through the glutes. They should be on fire about now. Good. Push back and in. Push back and in. Good. As I said, this will be our last exercise on this side. We're going to switch to some bridge exercises before we move to the other side. Looking good. All right, good job. Lower that leg down. You're going to flip over so you're lying on your back now. Again, if you have the band, it's staying in that same position above the knees. Okay, I want you to lift, push off from the heels and lift your hips up and off the mat. Keep your band tight here, and now lower almost all the way down to the mat and push the hips up towards the ceiling. And push. Good. Lower and push. Lower and push. Down and up. And squeeze. Good job. Pushing from the heels. Down and push. We're continuing to breathe throughout the movements. Excellent. Let's hold it up for our 10-second rest here. We're just activating through the glutes. Now for our next 50 seconds, we're going to open the knees away from each other. Okay? So it's out and in as you hold yourself up in that bridge. Okay? If you need to lower down anytime, go ahead and do so. And then if you can, come back in to lift those hips again off of the floor. Good. Open. Close. So when you close, you're not bringing your legs all the way back together, but you're keeping that tightness in the band. Yeah, breathe in and breathe out. Try and lift yourself back up there if you let yourself sag a little bit. Okay, just 5 more seconds. Good. And now let yourself lower down for this 10-second break. And then we're going to go back to the beginning again, doing the lower and raise, but this time your arms are going to be reaching up towards the ceiling. So lift up again through the heels. Now your arms reach up, add a little bit more of a challenge, and now lower and lift again. Again, you're pushing from the heels. Breathe in, breathe out. Squeezing through those glutes every time you lift up. Keeping those knees in line with your hips. Arms are extended up. 10 more seconds. And hold it up in that break if you can. If you need to lower your hips down, go ahead and do so. Keep your arms extended up. And now we go back to that open and close. From your knees come away from each other. Then they come back into that starting position. So you're keeping that band tight at all times. In and we breathe out. One in our bridge series. Open and close. After this one, lower those hips down, and then we're going back to our side lying exercises, now on the other side. Okay? Excellent. Hips come down, and now we go back to that side lying. Now this time, we're going the opposite. Okay? So you're starting with that clamshell again. So remember, you're on your elbow, knees are bent, and then we lift, close. Lift and open, feet stay together. Good. Now again, if you don't have the band, you're just opening all the way up and closing. Again, if you want more, you can lift the feet up and off the mat to add a little bit more challenge there. Completely up to you. Good. Trying to keep that shoulder frame nice and strong so you're not letting your body sag into it. Excellent. All right, we're holding our legs in the same position, but now we bring the foot and the knee away from the bottom leg, okay? And we lift and we lower. So it's a lift and back to the starting point. So again, if you have the band, you're keeping the band tight. If you're not using a band, you bring your leg down, but not all the way down, so it touches the bottom leg. Good. Breathe out. Deep breath in. Looking good. Couple more. Excellent. Okay, lower the leg down. Now both legs are going to become straight. Band stays in the same place. Now the legs are extended, but take that top leg, lift it off of the bottom, and now we lift straight up and almost all the way back. Good. Down. Lift and down. All right, you should feel that in your outer thigh here, into your glutes. Doing great. Lift and down. Good. Fifteen seconds left of this one, and then we have one more side lying exercise on this leg. Keep your core engaged. Keep that shoulder frame really stable. Good. You have your 10-second rest here. We're going to keep our legs extended. Top leg again lifts up, and now it goes with a squeeze behind and then back in. Okay? So remember, we're trying not to let the upper body move forward. It's just a squeeze. And bring it back forward so it's just on top of the bottom leg. Good. Staying in control of your movements. Excellent. few more here. Big squeezes back. And lower down. Nicely done. All right. We're coming into an all fours position. So we have 4 exercises on each leg. Okay? I'm going to come this way so I use my other leg for a little bit. All right. So we're here. So we're bringing the leg in, keeping it bent with a foot flex. We push that heel up towards the ceiling. Yes, good. Push. Push. Drive it in, push it up. Again, with or without the band here. Good. Using those hamstring muscles. Looking down at your mat. Good. Now we're going to hold that leg up. Keep your foot flexed. And we have little pulses pushing the heel up to the ceiling. Push, push, push. Good. Now you'll feel it in the hamstring of the leg we're working, but you'll also feel it on the other side, on the other leg, because all your weight is in that leg. Ooh, gotta take a little stretch break for a minute. Feel free to do the same. Doing good, guys. All right. Five more seconds. And lower the leg down. Good. Sit back for a moment. Kind of shift your hips from side to side before we move into the glute press now. So we're back in that same position. You're bringing the knee in. Now your leg stays extended as you kick it behind you. Again, you're keeping your foot flexed as you push it back. Push it back. Breathe in and breathe out. Nice. With or without the band. If your hands are getting a little bit sore, you can make fists on the mat instead of just pushing that pressure into your wrists. And again, if you need to take a breather at any time, feel free to do so. Good job. Almost done with this one. Excellent. All right, take a breather. All right, so now we're putting that leg straight back there. Okay? We're going to tap it out to the side and then tap it behind. Okay? To the side and behind. To the side and behind. Good. This is the last one on this side. And then, of course, we get to do the other side. Good. Tap side and behind. Side and behind. Doing great. Keep at it. All right, again, take a little stretch break. I'm going to flip around because we want to do the other side, right? So now I'm on my left. And we're going to start out again with that hamstring, okay? So we drive the knee in towards us, foot stays flexed, leg is bent, we push up, okay? Bring in, push. Awesome. Push. Good. In, push. Again, you can use the band or do the exercise without the band. Band just adds a little bit extra intensity. You're looking down at your mat. Arms are extended. Again, you can be on your hands, or if need be, you can make a fist with those hands. Good. Push.
push. Pushing that heel up. Remember, we have 4 exercises on this side. Okay? You're gonna hold it up, keep the foot flexed. If you need to take a breather here, you can. But if you can, hold it up, and then we pulse. Now, keeping the leg bent, pushing the heel again up to the ceiling. Good. Focusing on your breathing. This is number 2 exercise of 4 on this side. Good. Keeping those shoulders stable, your core is engaged. 20 seconds left on this side. Keep it going. Keep doing it if you can. 5 seconds. Excellent. All right, take a little shift back, move your hips back and forth. And now we're moving to that glute squeeze. Okay, so back in the all fours. Drive the knee in, keep the leg extended, foot flex, push it back. Drive it in and push back. Number 3 of 4. Getting close. Good. Squeeze back. Squeeze back. Good. Stay strong. Keep breathing. Good. 10 more seconds. Good. Lower the knee down. Release the pressure from the hands for a moment, and we have one more exercise on that same side where we tap out to the side and then behind. Okay? Here we go. Side and behind. Tap side, tap behind. Tap and back. Looking good. And back. Tap, back. Good. Tap and behind. Really getting those glutes in today. Tap and behind. Good, 10 more seconds. And rest. Excellent. Okay, go ahead and sit down on your mat. If you have the band on, you can go ahead and take it off. Okay, grab a drink here if you need, and then we're going to do a few stretches to finish up. Great job. All right. Sitting crisscross, and then go ahead and lean forward. You feel that stretch through those hips and into your glutes. Lean forward as far as it's comfortable for you. Focus on that breath. Excellent. Now the foot that's in front is going to go behind. Otherwise, same thing. Okay, lean forward to what's comfortable for you. Good stretch through the hips, through the glutes. Continue breathing. Nice deep breaths. right, you're going to take your hands and put them back behind you. One leg goes on top of the other. Bring that leg in, foot in as close to your rear as you can. Walk your way forward. So you're feeling that stretch in the bent leg that's on top of the other, down in the glutes. Good. Excellent. Good, holding here. Breathing. Good, and then let's go ahead and switch sides so that leg will come down. Other leg goes on top. Again, foot comes close to you, as far close to you as you can. Walk your way in. And then push that knee away from you. Big breaths. Good, release. Again, we'll just sit comfortably. I want you to take a deep breath in, reach the arms up. Drop the shoulders down, and we're just gonna shift from side to side. This is your last stretch. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you got a good workout. Keep stretching, especially those glutes throughout the day. Drink lots of water. All right, holding in the center. Arms come down, and let's take one deep breath in and release it out. Have a great rest of your day. See you next time.